Hello guys, today we are going to discuss the concept of maximum price below equilibrium, which is also referred as the price ceiling. If the government finds out that the market price of a good is quite high and the firms are involved in too much profiteering and they are charging a very high price for some essential good, then government sometimes interferes in the market and sets a maximum price below equilibrium, which is a price ceiling, which means that price can remain within the limit of the maximum price or can remain at the maximum price. For example, look at this diagram. In this diagram, you can see that some essential vaccine is being sold at rupees 500 in the market. Government believes that this vaccine is quite important for the people, right? This is some, for example, life-saving drug, and government wants this to be available in the market at a lower price than the market price. Then government can set a maximum price of rupees 400. Look in the diagram. Market price was rupees 500 and the quantity sold there was 150 units. But when the government imposed a maximum price below equilibrium at rupees 400, the supply contracted to 100 units and the demand extended to 200 units. Because we already know that when price goes down, that is a disincentive for the producer. That's why supply would contract, and the price falling down is an incentive for the consumer. That's why the consumer would be ready to buy a greater quantity of the product, which means demand for the good will extend, right? So we can see that at rupees 400, the quantity supplied of the vaccines is 100 only. But the quantity demanded at the new price is 200 vaccines. So there is a shortage of 100 vaccines in the market. So it has been observed that whenever a maximum price below equilibrium or a price ceiling is set by the government, that usually creates a shortage in the market, and that is not a very effective measure sometimes taken by the government. That shortage obviously will create an upward pressure on prices. As a result, prices would start to rise, supply would extend again, demand would contract again, and price will restore back to its previous position, and there would be no benefit of government setting a maximum price. If government shows too much militancy and arrests many of the sellers from the market and shows some actions to enforce that maximum price, then the maximum price may remain effective, but there would be definitely a shortage of 100 units over that price. The problem would be that queuing will be start. People would have to wait in long queues for the availability of the product, because at the maximum price 100 units are being supplied and 200 units are being demanded. Secondly, when a shortage will occur, that can lead to a development of black market. The sellers would sell the product in shadow markets, in hidden markets at a much higher price, which is referred as black market. And in a black market, the price can even go beyond the previous equilibrium price. So that's why that is a drawback of setting a maximum price. Apart from that, if the government discourages and keeps on maintaining the maximum price, investment in this market would be discouraged, which will negatively influence the output and would negatively influence the employment prospects. So setting a maximum price below equilibrium involves many risks and problems. That's why in most of the cases it is not suggested, especially by the economists who believe in free market.